Doing? Just got off work. Decided to do a quick live for you guys. I'm feeling a little better with my mouth. I still got to have the surgery. Um, it'll probably be sometime this month. I hope everybody is prepared for whatever the groundhog is going to find out about the weather. But I know you didn't come in here for that. So, with that being said, let's jump in today's topic. So, guys, you know Ilhan Omar. She's the Democratic uh, representative for the city of Minneapolis, state of Minnesota. Now, Ilhan Omar is not an American citizen naturally. She was a transplant from Somalia. And since she's gotten here, you know, yeah, this lie, boom, boom. She took someone husband, you know, can't do the booty clapping on this one, but she let him clap those cheeks, and bam, this is where we at, right? She is everything that he wants in a woman. Well, a terrorist, really, allegedly. But we're not talking about that. We're really talking about is Ilhan Omar's comments that she has made through the years towards Jewish people. Now, we already know that most of the time, when you say any anti Semitic things about Jewish people in America, especially if you are a person of color, usually you get come down hard, especially if that is what you claim to be. But in Ilhan Omar's case, she fit all the boxes where you don't have to worry about them coming down hard. She's a black woman in politics who is woke and also has woke ideas. So she gets a pass. And because she gets this pass, she has said things like uh, she support what was going on with the Palestinians terrorizing Israel, allegedly talking about how Jewish people get have all the money but don't want to be a part of the uh, melting pot of America. You just look it up. There's a lot of stuff. Well, we had this election, the midterms, and one thing that we got that was a positive about midterms was that we were able, as conservatives, to take over the House. And the new House Majority Leader they wanted was not Mitch McConnell or anyone like that. They wanted a strong leader, so they went with Kevin McCarthy. Now, I'm not going to say that Kevin McCarthy is a strong leader, but I can say that he has no other choice but to play the game for the conservative movement, aka making America great again, because if he doesn't, they're going to move him on out the way. And because of this, the party has now gone into a more bold direction. And that bold direction was removing a lot of these troubled Democrats off of special committees. But the biggest one is the House of Foreign Affairs. Now, House of Foreign Affairs Committee is basically where you talk about what's going on across the world with foreigners or the foreigners across the world that's currently right now in the US, and you giving the updates of what's going on with them, or they're thriving in the US of A. Lot to say there, right? Well, anyway, McCarthy and the now vote her out and replace her with the person that they feel comfortable that's going to do the job. And guess who's mad about it? Not only Ilhan Omar, but you got your girl, as my boy Jericho say, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, you motherfucks. She about to have my baby, man. Shout out to Jericho, man. Yeah. She upset. She says, and y'all know when it's bullshit, when they play the R word, the what? Racism card. That's right. She had it on full display. You do not want to be around here with us being on that panel because you don't like black women, indigenous women, women of color, women, brown women. You don't want to hear our voices. And this right here is pure racism. We're going to fight to the deaths. No, it's not racism. It's because Omar Elhan cannot do her job. The squad, as they call themselves, had the chance to show off their skill of being the next super team. And they could not sit down and negotiate no kind of deals that would last long term for a short term situation. You can't make this shit up, man. You can't. Now, the funny part about all this is that people are really running around here very upset about Ilhan Omar being removed and acting like she is like the greatest uh, American that ever walked on earth, which, whew, I know that's a lie. But it's heartbreaking that this is where we at. That we in a society where politicians cannot take accountability, but they want to play victimhood slash race card every chance they get. And they know that it's wrong. Boom, boom, your grown girl is sucks. She know they ain't wrong. Because think about this. How many times have y'all pushed the envelope recklessly and thought you could never answer for it? And the day is coming. Oh, it's crazy. It really is. Speaking of that, that's something else I had to add. I didn't have enough space. Let's talk about Black History Month in February. God darn it. Guys, guess what? This is AKA Victimhood Month, and I'm excited about it. Huh? This is the time where I'm supposed to be trying to be a victim at all costs. Psych, I'm not, because I don't believe in that shit. I'm not a victimhood. You heard what I said. So let's talk about Apple. Now, y'all know that Apple, all right, Apple has been riding alongside with the rest of corporate America, okay, by the woke, black woke agenda with all these other corporations. We've seen it. We've seen the cringiest moments. Well, you know they'll do anything to do what? Keep the woke happy. Because in these corporations' mind, the Wokians are their daddy. Okay? They're the best of the best. You got to make them happy. We got more Wokians than we ever had in our lives. We live on a planet of 300 plus 30 billion plus people. And all of a sudden, Wokians are the best thing since wheat bread with grilled cheese. Another story. I digress. Well, Apple decided to show their appreciation for Black History Month by pushing everyone who has their watch, and you can see it on my TikTok, that Apple Watch that they use to don't hesitate to close out your circle goal for the month so it can increase and go higher and you can build a better body and lose weight and stay healthy. Why not all the Twitter of the new woke generation, aka Gen Z, lost their damn mind? Quotes like, how could you do this after what has happened to Tyree Nichols? And you're worrying about people complying to lose weight. Okay, guys, rewind and take two. That statement has nothing to do with Tyree Nichols' situation. What happened to Tyree Nichols? And once again, rest in peace to Tyree Nichols, and my condolences to his family. Was very disturbing. Okay? Yes, I know he didn't comply. He ran. And I'm not making any excuses on that. He shouldn't have ran, even though he was on fight or flight mode because of fear. Yes, he shouldn't have ran. But I do know that the officers that were involved will get their day in court and will get prosecuted to the full extent of the law. But I will get back to that story about another twist in that later on. But what happens now? Now Apple is probably going to be forced to put that statement down. You can't not please these fools. You can't. That's what I'm trying to tell people. And these corporations need to learn too. You cannot appease the Wokian behavior. They will find everything racist in what you do. If you say that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, they're going to tell you that that's racism because you got that from a white astronomer or something. If you tell them that you want to go to the gym and build your body, all of a sudden you are a fat shamer. Dear Blackistan community, do you know why it is important to exercise, meet your goal, and stay active? We are got the highest rate right now for people to drop dead, especially in the South, before the age of 50. That's right. Before the age of 50, you got young people from 18 through 50 dying without no one knowing a damn thing was causing it. That's why you got to take care of yourself. That's why you got to eat right. That's why you got to watch what you do to be active. It makes me so sick that these women think if you talk like that, oh, you don't like thick women, or you hate, you fat shaming. Listen, my wife is thick. I love a thick woman. But I also want, like any other man would want, a healthy, thick woman. You don't want to be with someone who is so big in size that you can't even take them out on a date. Imagine that shit. You with a woman so large you can't take her out on a date and enjoy yourselves. Or a woman that is so large that She can't even fit in the actual booth of the restaurant. Or you with a woman that is so large that when y'all go to the theater, she's taking up 3 and 4 seats. Yeah, it may sound funny, but it ain't funny when it's on you and this is the love of your life and you got to wait sometimes 25 to 30 minutes for her to do a walk from one part of the theater to the other or one part of somewhere to the other. Wobbling, sitting down, legs shaking. I mean, tell me what is sexy in that? What? Please make sense to me. I hear a lot of people, these simp dudes, talking about, oh, y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to stop that. You need to let these women live their truth. Oh, okay. Well, we letting them live their truth. And what's going on now? People are dying like flies. People in their sleep, having heart attacks right there by the refrigerator or whatever. Again, there is a healthy thick and then there's a obesity. You need to do something about it. A healthy thick is someone who is proportional, got some tummy or whatever, but is proportioned. All right, that's a healthy thick. When the thighs are full and thick, that's healthy thick. But if you got rolls on top of rolls on your thighs, when you got your arms rolled up, that is not healthy. When you got to sit up and have people assist you to sit up in a hospital bed at your home, man, it's a lot now. Oh, I just don't get it. I don't get why this is a problem. And guys, let me tell y'all something. What's going to happen? These Wokians are not going to be happy until they start seeing a influx of health problems plaguing their communities. And then when it gets to that point where it gets so bad, it start hitting all the major cities, it's gonna be a mess. You're right. Lizzo is one of the problems. But see, before Lizzo, there was a lot of these influencers that doing it. And I blame a lot of these influencers because they the one that's setting these women up for failure. Like, especially these women that go out here and have these fetishes where they ask the guy to go online, order them whatever food that he think they should eat or whatever. And here you got this dude, creeper, got you naked, eating. And yeah, it's just too much. You know? And what is also said about this obesity problem that's going through the roof is that they're making it okay for kids too to be obese. They're telling kids that if someone tell you to go outside and exercise and run it off and you don't want to, tell them you need to rest. What? It's crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And that's why we got so many problems right now going on with women. This is why a lot of these women that are that size, that are obese, and listening to jackasses that come on this platform and say it and don't give any clarity. But yeah, I had to share that, man, because it was just disturbing to know that someone actually took the time to research a tweet to look up the message from Apple and dissect it as racism. Oh, I'm not finished. There's one more. Trying to give y'all all the goods tonight because we ain't talked in a while. Let's talk about old Al Sharptongue. Yeah, old Al. You know him and Benji Crump is on the crusade of 2023 being the civil rights fake it till you make it leaders of the new school. Oh yeah, you know they're doing it. Well, they had the nerve to go to the paper and state that if there were white cops beating on the young man Tyree Nichols, that they would not have acted so swiftly in arresting him. Oh my God. You see what I'm talking about, guys? It's always race. They always use fear mongering to get people to be scared and to like, oh, you right. You right. First and foremost, that's a lie. If the cops were white, it would have been a lot quicker. Okay? They would have got dismissed immediately. Forced in county. Forced into another part of jail where they're locked up and man, shoot. Whoo! Can't believe that shit. Oh, our sharp tongue lying. And let's talk about police brutality among white Americans. If you look at the FBI statistics, there is a lot of white Americans that experience police brutality by the hand of the police, killing or injuring their loved one, and they ain't got no settlement, no nothing yet. Exactly, King. It wouldn't have took 3 weeks. If it would have been white men that did this, it would have been out the day of. They would have been crucified. Somebody would have been at their house. They would have been doxxed. But since it's black men and they got to play that role, now they're trying to play the whole somebody had to pay extreme amount of money. It's crazy. It's crazy, 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 crazy. You know, when I hear stuff like this, guys, it makes me think about all of the cases that we've brought up of police brutality on my show where it's involving white people getting their ass stomped out. Remember the white girl from Jacksonville we talked about that was drunk? We did a story on that piece where she was supposed to be going to jail and she got the living tar beat out of her ass by an officer that weighed more than 100 plus pounds. Did you know it took a year for her to get some type of settlement? A year. But they don't hear us though. They don't understand that. Do you know that there are white families right now that are hurting because their loved ones has gotten shot at random events or at an event and there's nothing they can do about it? Can't make it up, man. Anyway, thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. I'm real tired. Please pray for us on our moving journey. We're looking at some houses tomorrow. Listen, guys, please try to donate to some super thanks for me over the next weekend or so. I'm really low on my goal this month. I know I ain't been doing a lot of content. Y'all know my situation because I know people love to throw in there, well, why should I be donating to you or super chatting you or whatever? And you don't even make lives like you used to. Well, it's because for one, my mouth is hurting. For two, I'm trying to get this surgery done so I can be able to talk to people and have a good time. But anyway, please like, share, and subscribe if you don't hung out this long. Y'all know what it is. I'm out.